Hi everyone. Today's card's going to be really easy. It's a tiny little 6x6 square card. So I've cut myself 2 pieces of cardstock I think this is just under 6x6. So this will fit into a 6x6 envelope. And we're going to make our own card base with that. I've got all my little bits cut out. We'll go through those as we go along. For the sentiment on the front, I'm going to have Happy New Year. And I'm going to be using the Beautifully Beaded Collection squares. And I'm using the big square. I've cut that twice because I want to cut one down and use for my corners. And the card base, I've used the double pierced squares from the Stately collection. And I think it was... yeah, so it was this one. So that's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, number 7. So that's the dies I used to make the card base. And if I bring all this in, this is going to be really quite quick today. With one of your squares, I'm going to take in my scoring board. I'm going to score this down at 1/8 of an inch, and that's what's going to create the tab. Now if I turn this over, manipulate that back, give that a really nice score down. I'm going to run a tiny bit of glue along there. And then if we bring our 2 squares together, making sure that they're exactly lined up, I'm going to give that a really nice score across the back. And now this is what's created our card base. I'm not going to be putting any mats and layers on this card. So I've cut myself another square, and this one is just over 3 3/4 inches square. I've already popped my double-sided foam tape on the back. I'm going to remove those back ends. And I want this square to go on the front of my card base, making sure we got that the right way around. This is going to be a top fold. I'm going to line it up with the top, the bottom and the sides. So we've actually popped that one on an angle rather than putting it on square. Now I've been making lots of crackers with my cracker dies. So if I show you this one I made, on the part that folds in, we get these really pretty diamond shapes. And I thought it would be a shame to waste them, so I'm going to incorporate them onto this card. Now what we need to do is get the exact center of this top square. If I take my ruler and my pencil, that's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5.68. So we need this to be 2.5 and then 1, 2, 3/8. So just put a dot there and we know that that is the center. And if we do the same down this way, I don't think it's going to make much difference. 2.5 and 1, 2, 3 is just there. So that basically lines up really quite nicely. So for the first one, this is going to be the most time consuming bit. I'm just going to pop that right on that pencil mark, making sure that that's in line. And then if we do the opposite side, I love doing things like this. It's very therapeutic. Just turn this around and line that one up with the bottom of that one. So that's 2. Just tiny bits of glue. Line that one up with the center again, making sure that it's lined up nicely with this corner. This one on the other side, making sure it's nicely lined up. We've now got our beginnings of our star. Now we can infill these spaces. We just pop the last one in there. So already we've got a really nice star design on the front of our card. Now I've still got all these left over, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over all the spaces to double this one up. So I'll just go ahead and do that. Pop this last one on. So over the space, and there's our star shape. So that looks absolutely gorgeous because they're doubled up. That's those. Now I do want to put one of the beaded squares around. So as I say, I cut 2 of these. So one of these is going to sit just over the edge, and all I did with these is just go around the edge with a tiny bit of glue. It's really quite easy. You can put your glue down on your mat and swipe it through the glue if you want to. A lot cleaner actually doing it this way. That one. And these really are a gorgeous embellishment. I'm going to get that one nicely lined up on one corner, and then hopefully the rest should just slot into place. Just give that a little tweak. This embellishment is designed to go right on the very edge. So that's that one. So that's part of the front of the card. Now with the second square, so I'm just going to guess with this one. You can measure it if you want to, but I can see that halfway is roughly there. Halfway is going to be roughly there, just off of that. So that's that one. And this one, I'm going to cut this one between the 2. We can tweak these if we want to in a minute. That's not bad. So again, just going to snip that one down there. So what I thought I'd like to do with these is pop these in the corners. So we're going to have one there, one up in that corner. Can you see how this is really starting to come together? And this was the reason I didn't want to put any mats and layers on, because I just think this actually looks like a mat in itself. Now, that's not gonna be perfectly, that one's not too bad, that one's not too bad. I'm wondering if I change these two over. Yeah, I think that actually looks better. So I'm going to leave them where they are. And again, I'm just going to pop a tiny bit of glue all the way down. Bring it in so that it's actually lined up just inside, just inside the double pierce stitches. So that's those all glued down. Just coming along quite nicely. Now, for every single one of these beads, I am going to put a gem. I'm not going to bore you with showing you every single one. The tiniest ones, I'm going to use the pre-glued, and I'm going to have one on every single dot. So there are 3 different sizes, so these fit on the smallest size perfectly. So that's those. If I open this out, and then I just want to do the bigger ones, and for these I'm going to glue these down. So I'll just take out a few of those, and it's actually a good opportunity to use up those gems. We don't tend to use the big ones as crafters. We tend to go mainly for the tiny ones or the next size up. I just need to sort these out so that I don't put the wrong sizes on. They're all, and that one. Okay, so we've got, do this side first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just gonna pop that one there. 1, 2, 3. So that's that side, and if we do it exactly the same this side, we've got 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 in the middle, 9. How sparkly is that card? Absolutely gorgeous. Now we just need our sentiments. So what I thought I would use is the Big Christmas Verse Christmas Love, but this is a New Year's card, so I'm just going to have Happy New Year on the front. So if we take out the stamp, obviously we need to mask this off. I'm going to pick that one up, And then we just need to mask off part of this. Mask off the and, because we don't need that. And I might just put a tiny bit. When you're doing really intricate masking off, you're better off holding your stamp towards you, and then you can see exactly where you want that tape to go. So just there. So as you can see, we've masked off this area and a bit of the happy. And with the VersaFine Onyx Black, just gonna stamp up the New Year. Always remember to remove those tapes. We can reuse that one, that's still clean. And then our first bit of stamping is New Year. There we go. Give that one a clean off. And now we need to mask off the New Year. So again, mask that one off. Don't think we need to mask off the and, but I will do just in case, just so that if we get ink higher than we anticipated, we're not gonna get it where we don't want it. So there's the happy. Remove those tapes. Now we've got happy. Now I want these separate. This is why I've done it like this. So we've got happy. If we just fussy cut this one out. So there's our New Year. And this one is going to sit just in between there, and the happy is going to sit just in between these two there. Cut one of my foam pads in half, and on this end we need to double up to take up the front panel. So we'll double that one up. And then on this end we just need to pop some glue. Making sure our card's the right way around, which it is. This one, I'm going to get just there. Give that one a nice press down. So there's New Year. Again, just cut one in half. Did we say that side? Yeah. Always worth double checking. Remove that tape. And then get some glue on this end. turn this one around so I can work a bit better. And that one's going to sit just nicely in between the two. So Happy New Year. Oh, gorgeous little card. Happy New Year. So absolutely gorgeous little New Year card. Plenty of room to write a message on the inside. I'm not going to stamp a sentiment on the inside. There we go. So not only have we made our own card base, we've embellished that exactly how we want that to be. Absolutely beautiful. Well, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed my video. Hope it's given you a little idea for the new year. And until the next time, bye for now.